evening, folks. Sam Sinto, Labron Pub Radio. I want to thank you again for joining us here on Sam Sinto Conversation with Sam Sinto live on Labron Pub Radio. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. And I hope you will stay with us here tonight as we try to get another form of communication going here, because we want to make sure we're hearing ourselves. But I'm not able to access that right now. I can see it, but I'm not able to access this in my ear, and that makes me a little bit uncomfortable because I'm not hearing myself. So please stay with us, like Brown Public Radio. And as we tried our best here this evening, Mr. Witter, welcome. Jean Tony, welcome, folks. I want to thank all of you. It's going to be a very juicy one here tonight. And then at the end, of course, I will ask people to call, and you can call and make your comment. It's going to be interesting conversation here tonight, because we're not here to, if we want things good for our country, we have to be truthful with each other. At certain times, some of us take our defensive position because when we feel that we don't want to be dislodged from those defensive positions. And sometimes those defensive positions becomes ridiculous. However, we will do our best. As Liberians, we'll all have our own opinions, and I'm entitled to mine, so as you. But I'm not here to condemn you. I'm not asking you or hoping or even thinking that you will condemn mine as well. Let's get it going. Safety, folks. Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us here together. Lord, as you know, the disease back home is very bad. People are dying. And our leadership, I'm not too sure what page they're on, but Lord Jesus, you're in control. You brought us from the war. You brought us from disaster condition and brought us to a position where we can now say, at least we're moving in from because of you. The faith we have in you, it cannot be shaky. The faith we have in you is what sustains us. And Lord Jesus, we ask you to continue to help us as we go through. Again, I want to thank all of you, and I want to thank Jesus and say, thank you. So let's try it again. I was getting ready to talk some bad story about my CEO, and no, on a very serious note, I did what you shouldn't, and I've been telling people not to do. When you're coming on these kinds of platforms, you stay away from things that grumpy, peanuts, and stuff like that, because as you're talking, It's going to irritate your throat. And that's what happened here. So let's start all over. Thank you for joining us. Safety, safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for your mercy, for your blessing on us and on our country. My Lord, we ask you to continue to guide us. As we go through this disease, it is only faith in you that gets us going. We ask you to continue to bless our leaders. Bless the country of the Republic of Liberia. Give our leaders the wisdom to do what is good for our country. And bless the host country, the United States of America. Amen. Testing. Okay. One way or the other, we're on here tonight. Okay, let's get it going. Let's get it. What we would do to have our show on, folks. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. I hope I'm audible enough out there right now. Because right now I am going through. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. And this is a lesson as I do these things that I should stay away from. And many of you know what I'm talking about because you can't be talking this many time or on show and then you try to eat what our people call grumpy or peanuts. It's an issue. You can't do that. And I violated my own rule here tonight. And so be it. I'll deal with it. But anyway, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Another thing, my earpiece is no longer working either. So I have another one here. I can still hear myself, but I'm not able to hear myself from this other piece here. Let's see. Just bear with me here this evening. Alfonso's soul is on a... Oh my goodness. Alfonso's soul is off tonight. Taking a rest, and we'll do what we can to make sure that we keep going here. So let's get it going. While I'm trying to get my Bluetooth and everything else working here, hopefully, let's see if it's even on. No, it's dead. Okay, but I still can hear from the other side. The only thing I'm not able to do here is to hear this from the Facebook. But folks, please. Mr. Weeder and Bill, those of you that are listening, If I'm not audible, please text, write something immediately because I'm going to be looking back and forth. But let's get going. Let's go going again. I want to thank all of you again. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show here tonight. We're going to do our best. But as usual, folks, let's start the show. Let's start the show. And the way we do it here on LeBron Public Radio, special conversation with Samson Toll, is this. Okay. It's a doozy one here tonight, folks. It's a doozy, and I'm not too sure. Maybe what the heck is this number? Okay, I'm not too sure why. Okay, well, let's go. Let's go. This is the president of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Weah, who is our president. Currently president. He's under his leadership. We're hoping that he will be successful in containing this disease as well. But my show tonight is not about the president, nor is it about the disease. If you have read my caption, I've already told you what the show is all about tonight. And just bear with me from time to time. I will be sipping on water here. No, it's not Palm Wine from Total. Definitely, it's not power. Because if there was power from Total, I won't be talking to you. I won't be talking. I will be hammock. Will be in my bike here, and I'll be laying down, fiesting, and all the way with the heat. The heat outside in Sacramento right now. No, on a very serious note, the heat outside in Sacramento is unbelievable. I have a air conditioner here. I have 1, 2, 3 fans in the studio because I have all these lights. And I have to make sure that I cool off. You know, with all these lights shining here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost 20 lights. Real hot one, and they're shining on me here as well. So, but anyway, this is the president. Let's go to our subject matter here tonight, folks. The subject matter here tonight is about the Senator, the Honorable Dallas Dillon. Dallas Dillon is scheduled, my understanding, is scheduled to appear on Spoon TV tomorrow. By the way, did you guys hear Colubat this evening on Spoon TV? I thought he did some wonderful stuff, and I thought it was wonderful. He defended himself well, but as usual, he's Colubat. What else will you expect? That's Colubat. That's who he is. That's why they elected him. You don't expect him to change in the middle of a game, you know. So, but that's Colubat. But tomorrow, on my understanding, Dallas Dillon will be appearing. And so I thought that I tried to do my best here tonight. I'm not here as an advisor to Dallas Dillon. He doesn't even know me. I know of him. I don't know him because we've never sat in one setting before. I don't know him. I only heard or know of him as my senator. So I'm not here tonight to be an advisor to Senator Dillon. However, as somebody, because I support him, and I admire his courage, his behavior at the Senate. Now, many of you might not agree with me, but that's okay. You have your opportunity. It's your opinion. I have mine as well. So we don't have to agree. All that I ask that we respect each other, and I think many of us continue to do that. Now, Dallas Dillon is scheduled tomorrow to appear on Spoon TV. And a few things that I want to say here out front. Whatever it is, before anything else starts, if he's giving the first meaning, the first time they're giving the opportunity to speak, and this is my conversation here tonight, I'm just preempting right now. You know how when you write, those of you, I never did it before, because I never went to school anyway. I have no clue. But I heard when you're writing paragraph, or when you're writing a paper, whatever, in certain places, most people will have to do then conclusion. And some people like to put the conclusion in front, and then they attack the conclusion from there to go all the way down to the bottom. In other words, they go like this and go down. Most people will write like this and then go and therefore, that kinds of stuff. But I'm not going to do that. My thing is, what I want to put, if you're looking at my picture right now that I have up there, I'm strictly saying the buck stopped with Senator Dillon. To be honest with you, the buck stopped with Senator Dillon. And Senator Dillon cannot be who he is if he has not been the support of many Liberians, whether here or at home. And Senator Dillon did not come to the position by doling out money. He didn't buy his way through. And I think many of you will agree with me. Senator Dillon won the election twice, that is, based on the trust his constituents have in him. How did he earn the trust of the people? By being truthful. How did he earn the trust of the people? By being himself. You know, one thing my mom always say to me when I was back in Town Town, I used to play drum for ladies, girls, when they're going to dance at night and things. People used to come and borrow me. I think I told you guys this story before. One of the things she will always say is, you can dress all you want, but if you have bad behavior, whenever you go anywhere, that behavior going to practice out. It will be displayed. And so one of the things my mom would say to me is this: behave at home and be able to carry that bike out when you get outside, because your behavior follows you. So Senator Dillon, he didn't come to the position, I believe, not by pretending to be something that he's not. Senator Dillon, let us also don't forget that before coming to the Senate, he served as one of the aides to one of the outstanding senators, Senator Julia Howard, now vice president. Now, folks, if this lady was not an outstanding senator, why would she be vice president at this time? Spare me all that stuff about, she didn't know. She's outstanding, educated, very, very smart lady. So don't bring that kind of stuff. Oh, she got it. No, she got it because she married for it. She got it because of her intellect. Senator Dillon worked with her. So Senator Dillon is quite aware of the in and out of the Senate. And so during the time he was running, the first time running campaign, on his school, he called his school, come to class. He would call Liberians to come to class. And he would lecture things how this thing's supposed to be. And if he's lucky or blessed to be in that position, what he's going to do. And Senator Dillon was able to lay out for months of what it is that he wanted to do, what he wanted to achieve at the Liberian Senate. And the people of Montserrat County decided, okay, let's give him a chance. They did that. Not because he was giving out money. And folks, again, once again, I'm not here to defend Senator Dillon. That's not my position tonight. Of course, I am, before I go too far, I am member of Liberty Party USA. Member of Liberty Party USA. Now, I am not engaged lately. I have not been to meeting lately. I have not paid my due lately. I'm not too sure if the people still want me in there. But until I get the official letter to say you're no longer member of Liberty Party USA, I'm still member of Liberty Party USA. I can't remember if I did. If they think I still have much to contribute like I did before, well, I'm not going to say on a whole. So if they think I still have the ability to contribute, they will contact me. If not, they don't want me, that's okay. Everybody kicking me out anyway. But let's go on. That's not the point. I thought I'd give you that background so that as I'm talking, because Senator Dillon is the Liberty Party scene. So anyhow, Senator Dillon came to the position not because he was paying people to vote for him. Senator Dillon, as far as I'm concerned, was the only senator, twice now, who was running on ideas. Just like some of the diaspora community organization, the section organization, you run on platform where you give as you want to be or being one position, whatever president, they have a group, then the group present their platform to the people of the county organization membership, and they present their platform. And so Senator Dillon was presenting platform. And many people gravitated towards that, including some of us. You understand what I'm saying? So Senator Dillon, once again, didn't come to the position by giving money to say, I want you guys to do this, I want you to do this. Far from it. He decided or took upon himself to say, I'm going to do this, but I will do it strictly based on ideas. And if anybody have any other idea other than what I have, they can beat me. And that didn't happen. I'm not going to relitigate the election process by then. But anyhow, let's go forward. So basically, the reason why I'm going around saying all of these things, I want you to know that Senator Dillon has a track record. Has a track record. However, lately, that track record seemed to be muddy out. Let's put it that way. It's raining in Liberia, of course. And so this time around, Senator Dillon decided to bring wheelbarrow full of dirt. And his track record, as he walked from his house or whatever position he takes to go to the Senate, he decided to put dirt in his track. So as he goes to work and come back, the track now turned to mud. And I, as a liberal progressive, who is also a strong believer in Senator Dillon, who also want to suggest, and I say suggest, that this track record can be clean. And Senator Dillon has the ability to do that. Quite frankly, he has the ability to do that. And some of us are hoping that he will be able to do that tomorrow. So let me say this again. Senator Dillon is going to be on Spoon TV tomorrow. So I would suggest that the first opportunity that Senator Dillon will have to be on Spoon TV, first, he should do exactly, make that statement that I have on his knee, the buck stops here. No one else in my orbit will be responsible for what I do and what I did or whatever it is that people are claiming about. Senator Dillon should take that opportunity and take full responsibility of the mess that he made. Okay? He should take full responsibility of this track that he muddied out himself. People still believe in him. We all still believe in him. Because believe it or not, not one or two, three misstep will turn some of us away. Because we also know as a human being, from time to time, you do have misstep. And that's exactly what I consider this to be. But to take a defensive position, continuously trying to defend this debacle, the travel gate, I will call it now. New York travel gate, I will call it now. Or Delta travel gate, I will call it. To continue to defend it, what has happened here, my opinion, will continue to put the good senator into public ridicule. Because many people, even those who want the position, or even those who think he didn't deserve to win, however, they also perhaps don't, they're not living in reality anyway. Because he didn't go to steal the vote. We saw the election. We saw CDC and Dr. Weir and the people were going around trying to win this position. We saw Thomas Fowler going around doling out money publicly. So for them to say that he didn't deserve to win, then they're not living in reality. And we should say that. And I'm not afraid to say that. And I will say so. But that is not about them tonight. Folks, my program tonight is about me. suggesting to the good senator the light. I've said Senator Dillon light that he shines over there. 175 watts. Folks, if you know anything about electrical engineering, if you know anything about electricity, 75 watts is not something small though. You know where you're getting that current from? The amps that comes together. And not only just the aim, he's not just getting, I don't want to do engineering on you yet, but I'll just throw it in there. Not just as he pulling the amps out, but there are some resistors on the way that is guiding the amps as if the voltage as it go out before it becomes the wattage that comes out. There are transistors, resistors, and all. Anyway, sometimes he takes the lights, the amps that comes out. Perhaps they're parallel, or perhaps they're just series. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going engineering, parallel, series. Okay, never mind. Forget it. Well, why not? Let me BS a little bit on that one. But who cares? I'm an engineer anyway. I can do it. But anyhow, that's not about it. But on a very serious note, Senator Dillon, light, as far as I'm concerned, 75% wattage. It's not going out. But what I would suggest to the senator, the very first opportunity the senator going to have, and I'm talking about light. You will hear the senator himself make that point a few minutes from now. Just listen. Just stay with me. The first opportunity, the senator should take the mic and firstly, without any excuse, without any explanation, first apologize. Apologize and take the responsibility as a man. He is a man. He's a senator. Represent the interest of many Liberians live in Moserado County. What you don't know, Moserado County is not just people, this is a county that comprises of people from all over the Republic of Liberia. So if you win in Moserado County, there's a great chance that if you were to go from any of the other counties to represent them, that you most likely would have won as well. So Senator Dillon is not just loved in Moserado County, but all over Nimba County, Bon County, because there are citizens from there that reside in Monrovia who are now registered members of the voting population in Moserado County. And they vote for Senator Dillon, despite their background is from other county. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the connection here? So I'm suggesting to this good senator, don't drag this thing anymore. Spoon gave you that opportunity tomorrow. There'll be close to 4,000 or 5,000 people tuning in. Take that opportunity. Apologize. You don't have to be specific and say, I did this, I did that. No. I take full responsibility and the buck stops with me. Whatever that I did, that perhaps bringing all of the wrangling, you saw the quote that I quoted here, the senator, the quote is on my stuff. That is bringing all of these people who believe in us are now questioning as to whether we have the ability to still sustain whatever it is that we say we're going to do. I'm still the light. But I take full responsibility and no excuse. Cut it off. Cut this straight off from Smooth TV, from making it into a big deal. Senator Dillon, we need you to be able to continue to fight for us. Whether you believe it or not, whether people think you do it or whatever it is that you're doing in that Senate, making people, some of us, to understand how the Senate functions nowadays. What happened to Prince Johnson? And I'm not trying to make you feel like you're responsible for Prince Johnson's resignation, but it was an issue, and you weren't backing down. It's not because you hate Prince Johnson. Far from it. It's not because you don't like Prince Johnson. Far from it. But because you're speaking for the people. And to speak for a group of people, it's not an easy task. We respect you. We know you have the ability. But we cannot continue with this misstep. It's wasting your time and it's wasting our time. Now, Senator Dillon, let's look at it from the other perspective. You can say, well, who cares, Samson? I don't care. I'm here for 9 years. That's okay. You're there for 9 years. You're going to be there for 9 years. People are going to forget this here in 2, 3 years. You're not even going to face the voter again for another, what, 6, 7, 8 years? So hopefully by then people will forget. But what about your own conscience? You didn't come to the position claiming to be something that you're not. For months and months and months, Liberians watch you display the ability to be the light. And when you got in the Senate, with the few senators who really recognize that this young man has come to shine the true lights here, they try to block you. The Senate pro tem, what did he say? The people elect you, but here we rule. No, you told them. The people elect me to come here, and I'm here. Whether you rule, that's fine. You were elected, I'm elected as well by the people, and I will do what the people want me to do. And that's the light we all admire and respect, and will continue to follow. This, to be honest with you, it was on false error, just like CDC. Sedition, and the CDC government continue to give us on false error from time to time. And we all know that. And this Senator Dillon was on false error. On false error that I didn't expect to come out of you. None. I thought by now, knowing fully well who you are, what you represent, not only are you representing the people interest, but there are those who try to block you from representing the people interest. And even if the people keep you in there for you not to be successful, I thought by now that would be strictly on you. What was the purpose? And since we're going to be doing this here, we must be truthful with ourselves as well. Let's look at this picture that caused all of this thing. What exactly were we trying to achieve here? What exactly were we trying to do here? What was the picture? And the picture itself, it's not much. But what happened after that is what gets you putting your track record, putting mud into the track record as far as I'm concerned. Mr. Weeder, call me and you and I can have that conversation. Or let's meet on our own show and then you and I can have that conversation. Okay? So you can write whatever you want to write. That's fine. The senator is not a disgraced senator. The senator is the one that's shining the light on you and your government, bringing you people into light of the Liberian people. And because of that, they know that you have the government that you support is inept, cannot rule. Look at the issue of the virus vaccine. Up to this time, we don't know whether the president have taken the vaccine. He refused to take leadership on that. And you're going to sit here and call my senator a disgraced senator? Mr. Weeder, it's laughable. And let's meet on LPR and we can have that conversation. But for now, I'll go on. So I'm saying to the senator, look, let me tell you that this is what CDC and this government refused to do. By you taking responsibility does not mean that you are a coward. By you taking responsibility does not mean that you are afraid. In fact, it makes your position stronger, I believe. Because only someone who has the ability to be transparent, someone who has the ability to focus, will know when there's a mistake made, and we all do make mistakes. And people say, but then why are you saying CDC make? Well, yeah, CDC make mistake. But they refuse to recognize that. And not only that, they make them over and over and over, and to the point like, okay, tomorrow, I can sit here right now and tell you today's Monday, before the end of this week, CDC will make another unforced error. And there's no question asked, because that's what they do. So I'm not here to talk about that, okay? But the senator take full responsibility. My reason of asking the senator to do this is twofold. One is to knock any kinds of Key Hassan talking point and things like that, knock it off completely. The very first opportunity you're going to have, you take that responsibility. If I were you, take that responsibility, knock all of the Key Hassan talking point out of the window. So when he comes by, Liberian people are not stupid. They are sensible. In fact, one of the interesting things, I've been around for a very long time. I've been with most of these young people that are now running ULA and what have you. I've been around. One of the things that I noticed over the years that I've been engaged with these young people is that the younger group that came after us, they're sophisticated. One of our older brother, who happened to be one of the lions among us, passed, I think, a day or so. Mr. Wesley Johnson passed a day or so. And I say, big brother, may your soul rest in peace. Those were the progressive that we were following. But anyhow, the young people that are coming after us, or coming in, you don't see them running around city to city playing football. The young Liberians, they get here with purpose. They were not like me, Samson Toe. I got in Rhode Island. All I wanted to do was go to New York to go play football. Literally ate my school fee. These young people are not like that. They come here and they focus, educate themselves. They can stay in people's basement. In less than 5 years, these people will be buying houses and cars and what have you, because they are prepared themselves, educated themselves, and they are sophisticated. So the point that I'm trying to make about these young people, they're not stupid, but they don't want you to run them over. You can't throw your weight around to say, I am this, like Samuel Tua would do. That's why most of the time when Samuel Tua comes over here and try to have town hall meeting, people get contentious. Because they don't want you to, they're educated just like you, Samuel Tua. You can't come here and just say, well, why are you asking me that kind of question? That's the beneath my, no. And so when you do that, you provoke the young people, their intellect now come to play, come over. And so, Senator Dillon, if you were to come tomorrow and take full responsibility, the young people will respect you more. Because they know it's a mistake. You didn't go, it's your money. It's your money. You work for it. You didn't steal this. And so the picture that I put out here, the tickets and what have you, the investigate, front page, Africa, investigate. Yeah, well, they do that all the time. I'm not worried about that. But the story that comes after take the lives of its own. And then it starts snowballing down the hill. And it becomes difficult for some of your supporters, some of us. The only reason why we stand in front of people like George Wheeler there and make our big mouth, because we ain't got no credit on our face. I ain't got no shame face. Well, if my hair face in your mouth, their hair face in my mouth, they will do to me, I will defend you. But I cannot do that intellectually all of the time. It's difficult. It takes a toll out of us. It is difficult to engage when you know very well that there was an error that was made. And I'm saying, help us out. Those of us that go on the platform to defend you, give us the ammunition. Take full responsibility of this, and it's going to go away. And of course, they're going to find another thing. They're not going to be satisfied. And these are the same people that elected Abu Kamara, for Christ's sake. These are the same group that you have Dr. We are holding up the hand of Alex Talent. And now, when it comes to the light, they're all bent out of shape. But that's okay, because you are the light. And so what does the light? In fact, oh, Samson told, let me drink a little water. Now, that's what I'm going to say. Those of you from the countryside, you will understand. When the bugger ball ready to fly at night, I don't know, I say people from the countryside now, because at night, that's when the bugger ball comes to town. Then you take your touchlight. And the touchlight, because the light is so bright, all of the bugger ball in that area will be attracted to the lights. Do you understand what I'm saying? The light, and you got a big pen. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just hold your touchlight, but it must be bright, and all of the bugger ball comes. And as they come, flock into the light, they fight among each other, and they fall into the pen. And that's exactly what Dallas Dillon want to continue to do to CDC. They will come flock into the light, and they will fall, just like bugger ball. Have you not seen bugger ball light? Am I making it up? Okay, so anyhow. So if the senator comes in tomorrow and take full responsibility, because the issue is not about the ticket. According to me, it's not about the ticket, because the senator earned his money. He can buy first class, second class, 19 class, 400 class. It doesn't, even if the senator have the ability to buy a ticket to sit on top of the plane, he can do that. It's not about that. It's about the misinformation, the misstep that comes out. And so from a light, and for the light to have a misstep, they say, oh, that man say light. Then look. The other place, not shining a light there. Then that the place now we all bet. Did you see how CDC can behave? They seen people that elected Abu Kamara. That they seen people now say the senator light is dimmy or is weak or something. Please. Do you know anything about electricity? Do you know the power of a light? When I say 175 watts, go check it out. And while you're at it, tell me. Now, you got to be careful here. Because the light, the 175 watts, it's not just coming out through like that. There are some resistors. See, that's one thing CDC and the people don't even understand well. They just think that because we say light, they just, no! If you do that, the light will burn, because all of the current coming through, it will burn quick. But you have resistors, and you have transistors, and those things conserve the light condition. The output is the same, but the entire current that coming from the source is not coming straight through. Because the light himself, he has these lights that are in series and parallel. I told you already. And so they are being conserved from one point to another. You can't make it. The line went up. And let me put it in LeBron way. The line not going up. The line from that not going up. You will try, not going up. Why? Because the series and the transistors and all of the things that they put in there, the voltage that are coming in, and then the same voltage that are coming out there. You do that when you said, something to say. So, back to the point. The senator, if he takes that responsibility, look at me. Let me take off my glasses. Do I look at somebody who gets shinfei? Far from it. Do I look at somebody who gets shinfei? Do I look at somebody who's scared of you? Man, I beg you, man. I beg you. When I went to Liberia during the election, after the election, during the inaugural program, I went to CDC, yeah. I've been saying all kinds of things. But I was a little bit petrified. I thought the young people were going to jump in to whoop me. But I went there. And I was recognized by Manuba Maluk. He allowed me to ask him questions. The point that I'm making here is this. And I'm putting some fun here and there, but on a very serious note. I will hope, as I'm suggesting, that the senator will knock Key Hassan talking point out of the ballpark tomorrow. If you give him the opportunity, let him take full responsibility of his action, because all of these things that we're talking about is about his action. Now, the other coin, the other side, before I go to the series of videos that I have here, if the senator refuses, or not refuse, but if he doesn't do that, they will come out with a question, and you have one other choice, which is to be defensive. And when you start being defensive, that's when you start saying things, tangle yourself into a web of you know what, and it's not good. My mom would say, if you do something, even if it's bad, say, yes, I did it. What the worst possible thing that will happen to you? They will kill you. That's it. Nothing else. You can't do anything after that. When I used to coach soccer, when I used to play, one of the things that used to get me not afraid of people on the field, what you would do to me? My legs are big. You can't break them easily. You can't, because they're big. My legs are big. Now, I'm not bluffing, but my legs are big. You can't break them easily, and I'm fast. I used to be. So you can't do much to me. When I say eat bar, coconut plantation, we eat bar. You're eating bar. The only thing you do but make my feet bloody, that's all, because you got iron stuff. And, and so when you step on me, my skin will break, and that's, but you can't break my bone. But one of the things she used to say, when you do anything, admit if you did it. Say, yes, I did. When you do it 1 or 2 times, something else happened in the town. They say, oh, something too. And I stand up. The fact that I've already, people in the community now know that if something happened, if I'm involved, I say yes. Next time, if there's something happening, I know I'm not involved, I say no. I don't know it. The people start, no, he did it. Then, boy, your will. There's something to me every time in a time something happening. If you involve, you can always say, so you better be careful. You see what I'm saying with this? People will not start vouching for you. They will vouch for your character, because you have demonstrated over and over. And senators have done that. About the $15,000 issue, he took full responsibility of that. So this area that I'm talking about, it's not a strange area for the senator. Okay? All right. So let me now show you the senator. This is the picture that I've been talking about here tonight. But let's now go to the senator. Let him tell us about himself, about being the light. And you tell me whether this man that I'm going to be telling us here tonight, whether he was faking at the time. Whether this man was pretending to be something as the people, other Sidicians would say. Tell me, this statement that you're going to hear now, tell me if it's something, because if you lie, most of the time, well, I'm not a psychologist, but I can speculate. Most of the time, they say, oh, the man lied today, he's scratching his head, he's saying, then people say, but listen to this senator and tell me if this is not the light that you, as a Liberian, you, as a patriot, you, as a true son of the Republic of Liberia, will not support this man. Let's watch. Samson told LeBron Public Radio.
When I campaigned to come to this office, I campaigned on transparency, openness, and integrity. I made a commitment to our country that I will be the light. I will shine the light and things that are unknown to the public, that the public should know. We will not hesitate to let the public know. That was the kind of light we're talking about. We want to check balance and open government. Practice at the legislature. When I campaigned to come to this office, I campaigned on transparency, openness, and integrity. I made a commitment to our country that I will be the light. I will shine the light and things that are unknown to the public, that the public should know. We will not hesitate to let the public know. That was the kind of light we're talking about. We want to check balance and open government. Practice at the legislature. When I campaign to come to this office, I campaign on.
Mr. George Weah, you can cry all you want. The light is not going up. You can say all you want to say. This light is on. And it will shine on you until you leave offices. It will shine on you until you leave offices. Because this man light, that they like the bugger body can be attracted to. And cities and sedition are attracted to this light. And as they come to his light, they fall in that pen. George Weah, you'll soon fall in that big pen. Watch and see. You will be attracted to the man light. Because why? It's truthful. The man is being truthful. He's there to be transparent. He wants you to understand. Mr. Weah, let me ask you the one question here tonight. Before Senator Dillon King, you know anything about the Senate business? No. With all your bow, plenty of bow, you know. You know anything about the Senate business until Senator Dillon? No. You know nothing about the Senate business until Senator Dillon. Then why would you say his life went a long time ago? Senator Weah, stay there. Australia's song coming, my man. Between you want to stay with me on our show, and we'll deal with it. But anyhow, let's go on. That is the senator, folks. Why will you not support someone who on a very serious note? The statement that you just heard, is this somebody who was hiding himself? Was he missing words? No, I don't think so. Let's go on. Let me show you another video. Let's hear. The senator's still going to be talking about light. This is some old time video. The senator is still going to be talking about light. But let's hear this. Samson told LeBron Public Radio.
The people protect me. Meaning, I give them information because I said my being here will mean that the public will know what we're doing here. Even behind closed doors. Especially so, one has to do with public interest. And once the information is not supposed to be classified, I will let the public know. So, nobody on ice is shady thing that happened here. I let it out. I was on the radio. And I said, thankfully during this period while we have received our operational budget of funding, we'll use that money to intervene with our people whose lives are devastated by the heavy rainstorm disaster that took place and made and rendered over 400 homes across the country roofless without any roof over their head. And I will use that money so we can intervene in the situation until we as government institutionally, through the National Disaster Mission, can start to intervene with our people. The people protect me. Meaning, I give them information because I said my being here will mean that the public will know what we're doing here. Even behind closed doors. Especially so, one has to do with public interest. And once the information is not supposed to be classified, I will let the public know. So, nobody on ice is shady thing that happened here. I let it out. I was on the radio. And I said, thankfully during this period while we have received our operational budget of funding, we'll use that money to intervene with our people whose lives are devastated by the heavy rainstorm disaster that took place and made and rendered over 400 homes across the country roofless without any roof over their head. And I will use that money so we can intervene in the situation until we as government institutionally, through the National Disaster Mission, can start to intervene with our people.
That's it. You heard the senator. And Weah is busy in Australia tonight. What? Yeah, begin. You done it, but you will not get him. You're wasting your time. Weah, you're wasting your time. You better come join us so we can support this good senator. So Labrador will move forward. And you're there wasting your time here. Dylan, who has never stayed away from Facebook Live, have gone almost 2 weeks without a post. Ha ha ha. We told you guys that Dylan was protection. I just show you these. Now let me show Mr. Wheeler, thank you for bringing that up. Let me show you now. The man just said he was going to use the money that they gave him to help the people of Mosra. Now, is this man pretentious or not? Let's see. Let's see. Let's listen to this other one here. And that will be the last video. And then we're going to open the line. Let's listen to this.
Yeah. My little, yeah. I want to thank you for the huge work you're doing for this.
Firstly, let me say thank you ever so much for thinking about people this district. You know, at the difficult time where it's not easy, things are very tough. And my people have been affected by the storm Saturday night. I was there about 5:45. And I also escort the people to come and help. Because I can't do it. I also called the senator. And he was quite to situation. It is timely. I appreciate your effort to the people of this district. We highly appreciate you what you are doing. Not only this district, but other district, like district 11. Now you are going to district 6. Like 7 months around, it's now this district where if you made or district 13, where you are going across almost the entire. And say thank you so much, and we'll be by you, we stand by you, take this issue.
This is a senator not only doing things for the people, but he also, you see, this is what I call leadership. And this is what lacking from George Weeder party. Folks, let George Weeder say whatever he want to say. You're going to leave alone. The liberal progressive will catch George Weeder on our show. We all work together. You're leaving alone. You know, this is the leadership. He's doing things not because he wants position or he wants vote or what have you. If it was so, he would have gone straight to the constituencies themselves. But he decided to empower the representatives that are representing the other districts within his enclave. This is how leaders are supposed to do. And Senator Dino is a decent, good leader. Good leader. But all that I'm asking is that there are times that as a leader, there are times you recognize that the buck stops with you. If I were to come to Liberia and work for you, a senator, and I work for you, and if I were to go out and make any statement and press or whatever it is, then they say, oh yeah, they work for Senator Dillon. He said this. And the people try to attribute my comment to you. Instead of you say, no, he worked for me, but do like what Eugene Falcon would say. Tonight, if the statement that I'm going to be making I'm not making a statement because I'm deputy minister. Try to disassociate himself from bad policy. That's what Minister Falcon used to do. He would come out and say, I'm speaking as Eugene Falcon. He's not speaking as deputy, but then he would talk about the issue within the government. How hypocrisy. I mean, this is just, forget it. I'm not even going to go there tonight. But I'm just saying to the senator that I think, because once the senator take the bull by the horn and come out and take responsibility, then what next you're going to talk about? And this is what I'm saying. Because what is happening here is two things. Because the people, CDC and his people know that the senator is doing good for his people. So what other way they have to distract the senator? By going and bringing these things up. by bringing these things up. They have Front Page Africa going out to do investigation. That's up to them because they're press. They have to do investigation. So I'm not frowning on Front Page either. Because Front Page has been a wonderful, wonderful newspaper to give us information. So because they did something that I don't like does not mean that they are not a good people or not a good paper. I just don't agree with these kinds of reporting, specifically on my senator. Then you say, but why it was other senator? Well, that's their business. But for me, that I'm a senator, I got to protect my interests. What make you? Y'all think we're stupid? I beg you, man. But here's the point here. Even though I want to protect my interest, but I want my interest to be fair, free, and transparent. And this is what we have to offer. And because of this, the CDC will be defeated. Truly. They will be defeated. Because they can't come out. They will not come out to tell you things that perhaps you need to do. Up to this point, why is the father of the nation have not taken his vaccine? And if he did, where are the proof? But yet still, we're here. I've been doing my own show, begging the citizens of Liberia, if the vaccine is there, take it. But the people are saying, but wait a minute, Mr. Toh. Where our father? Our father haven't taken it yet. So what's wrong with the vaccine? Where is the leadership, Mr. President and CDC? Where is the leadership on this yet? We need people to lead. And this is what Dallas Dillon will bring on the table. Leadership that you can trust. Leadership that you can take to the bank to help you. Dallas Dillon and the light, they're just like a blanket. If you're cold, you cover yourself with a blanket to keep you warm. And that's what Dallas Dillon is doing to the democracy of the Republic of Liberia. If CDC is trying their best to cut down some of the pillows that hold up the democracy of the Republic of Liberia, Dallas Dillon comes out and take rivet. Not just welding, no, he take rivets and put all of the pillows together. Not only that, he will also take some connections. And before he bring those connections to the pillow, he has already done the design of the connection. They will not share. The movement in that connection is strong. It's not going to tip over. That's what he brings to the table. The engineering knowledge of how to govern is what Dallas Dillon brings down to the table. And that's why those of us that support him will continue to ask him to take responsibility and let's move on. Because this thing is wasting time. He has much, much, much more thing to do. People will support him because he's fighting for us. And I'm saying tonight, the senator is going to be on there tomorrow. And I'm hoping and I pray and suggest to the senator, take responsibility of this thing. Let it not be anything else. You cannot continue to have this thing drag around you. It's weighing us and you down, Senator, to be honest with you. We still support you. We believe in you. But this other one is not something that we should carry along with us. Let's be the different that CDC leadership has failed to provide. Let's be the new group, the new sheriff in town. Truthfulness, transparency is our gateway. CDC don't have that. So let's show to them that if we make mistakes, we come out and say we make mistakes to the Liberian people. If we need to apologize, we apologize to our brothers and sisters. These are our brothers and sisters. They are not strangers. You're not apologizing to Ghanaians. You're not apologizing to Nigerians. These are your own brothers and sisters. If something needs to be apologized, you need to apologize for, you do so. Transparency, truthfulness, accountability. That's what Dallas Dillon stand for. Now let me go ahead and open the line. Mr. Wheeler, all that you plenty writing, that you plenty book, call me now. Call me. Mr. Wheeler, call me. As usual, I wish I had the opportunity to to bring you, but it's late now to do that. I can send you a link, but it's late now to do that. You're not gonna. We're gonna meet. We're gonna meet, and we'll have a referee anyway. So anyway, that's my number. Give me a call, Samson to LeBron Public Radio. We're here again. The light is here. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. So this is Dualu. How you have everything?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for calling. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Look, let me say something. I'm the only repentant supporter of Ibrahim Traoré Dillon's ideas. So he's for institutional governance in the country. But I will say one thing. Senator Dillon, like he rightfully stated, there are some simple things he cannot make simple mistakes. He's done nothing illegal, but sometimes we have to attach truthfulness to our leaders. And this is the only reason why we fought him for that. But on the other side, what they're trying to do is to say this man is a criminal or he's committed a crime. That you listen to the Gilbert show, most of the show, they are behaving as if to say Senator Dillon has committed a crime. He's committed no crime. The issue for me here is Senator Dillon has to be constantly truthful. He's trying to build something in Liberia, and that thing must be solidly built on integrity. If we start going outside the confines of that, that becomes a problem. That's the only problem I have with him. So those of us that support Senator Dillon's ideas of institutional governance in Liberia, if he makes a mistake, we are willing to tell him that, Senator Dillon, this is wrong. And one thing I love about Senator Dillon is he's not too big to come back and say, you know what, gentlemen, I did something that was wrong, and I'm willing to readjust to make sure we get it right. He's calibrating towards the institutional governance that Liberia desperately needs. Can we say that for the other side? We entirely deify a man and believe that he's infallible. We got issues in Liberia, and this shouldn't be an issue. But after one, if you're going to become a truthful person that we find in Senator Dillon, you have to be constantly truthful. Even with the smallest things, they are very important. I want to stress this point. He's done nothing illegal, but by the same token, you cannot be side-trapping on the sidelines of integrity. You either for it or not. You have to be consistent. If it's your own money, speak the truth, say what is truthful, and move on. Because we have to build a Liberia that we all believe in. Thank you so much, Mr. Soy. Thank you for the time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. But let me ask you this before you go. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
So what if you were to come on Spoon tomorrow and take full responsibility of the mess? Will you still want him to enumerate on what happened and what have you? I just say
no. I don't. No, personally, I don't think that they don't have any explaining to do. Yes. The only thing I have a problem with him was, listen, many instances, because I've done this myself. The intention of Senator Dillon was to fly economy. His original ticket states that. He flew economy and went into Ghana. Sometimes when you get to the polling station, there are advertisements and say, hey, listen, for an additional $300, you can go into business class. The intention, Z class, yes, it's technical business, but his intention was not just that. The mere fact is, I believe Senator Dillon tries so hard to be truthful to the Liberian people, sometimes he makes little mistakes. But the problem that I see here is people are trying to do everything to find dirt on this man so they can say, aha, he also corrupt as we are corrupt. Mm-hmm. This is the entire push by CDC. They say, oh, but they don't corrupt too, so our people corrupt, they don't corrupt, all corrupt. They're trying to justify the corruption that is in the country. And they're trying to use Senator Dillon for that. Personally, I don't believe Senator Dillon to come and explain anything. Or if I were him, I would come and say, listen, I have to be truthful consistently, even with the small stuff. I have no problem with that. There is nothing illegal that was done here. But going forward, even the little stuff I will be truthful with. But my intention was economy class. You saw what I flew. I went in there. And the more he explained, the more they're going to want more from me and try to twist his words. So how would I explain? I would just tell them, listen,
I agree.
going forward, I will make sure I'm entirely open to the Liberian people.
Right.
There is nothing illegal that I've done, but for the sake of movement in the right direction, let's move forward and go in. But he should not explain long, because anything he said, they will take it apart.
And they will take it apart. Exactly, I agree. And
Yeah.
I believe, just to shut it off, just come out. I take full responsibility. You take full
Yeah,
responsibility of what? Of whatever it
Yeah.
is that you think happened. Let's move on. We're
Thank
done.
you. You don't have to explain what happened, but say whatever you think that I did wrong, I take full responsibility.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, and you should stress this point, nothing illegal was done.
Yes.
That's a
yes,
very important
that's it.
point.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think if Senator Dillon fight that battle like that, these people have nothing. CDC and whatever show they go on, because they're trying to find friends. They're trying their best to find friends to say, oh, he did this, and so we did that too. You know, trying to find somebody to be in the bad book with it. Please, CDC, your guy, you're buying up for a CDC error here. I got it behind me here. Okay, give me a call, Samson to LeBron Public Radio. Like I said, oh, Mr. Wheeler, when you call somebody was on, call again. They call again, so we can be on that one there. Call. Here we go. Let me see. Oh shoot. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Try again. Okay, here we go. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. May I ask who's calling?
My name is George Weeder. I'm calling from Australia.
Oh, George Weeder. Okay. All right. What you
Yes,
gotta
sir.
say, my man? What you think happened here that you think you got something on us?
Look, Mr. Tool,
Yeah.
I've been listening to one of the callers, and I'm so disappointed. You know, sometimes we all support a side, right? But I like the courage you got up to come on Facebook to say what you just said. I think you got the guts to do that, because that's what we should do if we want a better Liberia. You talk about this, Senator, to apologize, and I support your position. But people who going around twisting and turning just to justify wrong, only because they are ashamed that it will be seen out that their decision they made by supporting the senator was wrong, and people will rejoice. So because of that, they are all twisting and turning in their teeth to justify what this brother has done. Let me tell you something, Mr. Cho. You don't have no problem. Even if you want to fly on top of the plane, nobody got a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. Even if you want to be the pilot, once he can fly, let him go ahead and he can post the picture. But look, once he posted the picture and people saw it as a disservice to them to say this senator that only came to power with $3.50 is now flying in business class like this. How are we benefiting from electing him? And he is now rejoicing and in a business class and taking pictures and posting them. I think he should have come down and said, look, guys, I did not intend to fly this thing. This is what happened. Even if he had lied, it will be okay. He will be fine with it. But he went ahead and said he did not fly business class.
Mr. Wheeler, hold on now. Just like you're okay when CDC
Yes, sir.
government, well, just you're okay, like you will be okay when CDC government official lie to you. Well, we don't want Senator Dillon to lie, and he never lies to nobody. So the idea that you will be okay if Senator Dillon will not lie to us, and we don't want him to lie. You and your CDC, y'all go online. We say fine. Y'all go in 2023. All of your lies will stop, and y'all will be out of office. So y'all go over, but Senator Dillon is not going to lie to us.
So, Mr. Tool, here's the thing. When Samuel Toure flew business class from Ghana to China, he upgraded by himself. Guess what? You know what I like him for? Because he admitted. When the journalists came out, when Trump officers came out and said, these guys who were poor now riding business class, he spent like brimful money. Senator came out and said, yes, I flew business class. You see that truthfulness in it? I flew business class, but however, I use my own money to upgrade. We talked about it, it's finished. But guess what? When they asked, you flew business class, he said, no, that lie. I flew economic class. Now they want to think that too.
Mr. Wheeler, Mr. Wheeler, that's a spill. Mr. Wheeler, that's a spilled milk. Please, we're not gonna talk about those things. It's over. All we want is senator to do is to take responsibility, whatever it is that you're accusing him of. But he ain't got to explain nothing. He owe you no explanation. The senator can just come out, take responsibility, and then we move on. Mr. Wheeler, we're not going to spend time. This is what I know about you and your CDC people. You all want to waste the senator time by holding him to this so that he will not be able to function properly. He will shine the light on you because of your inept behavior. You and CDC, your inept behavior, he will continue to shine the light so the Liberians they can see that you don't have the ability to lead. That's the light would do to you. What you got to say about that one?
So, Mr. To, here's the thing. Look, I know Liberians. I've been in Liberia for all of my life. I flew out of Liberia in 2007, to actually live abroad. And so I know what Liberia is. I know what we Liberians are because we don't know what good life is. And we don't know that when you get a job, your life must change. We expect you to live like the same person, like, it's a senator now. People still expect him to be in economy class. It shouldn't be like that. If you are president, you cannot fly among everybody else.
Mr. Wheeler, let me ask you this. When was the last time your president and your CDC people explained to all the houses that the president have built? When was the last time you talked about that? Hello?
So, Mr. Pooh, look, yes, I understand you are concerned about.
What do you mean? You understand? You want Dillons to do X and Y and Z. Why, as your president, your leader, your CDC leader, building mansions all over the place? When was the last time you come to enlighten us on that? Please answer the question. Go straight to the point. Don't try to beat around.
Yeah, let me go straight to the question.
Yeah, go to the point.
Yeah, let me go straight to the question. The point is, when Dillon lied about
Mr. Wheeler, the question, you see, this is why you do. This is why you see. No, Mr. Wheeler, you see, you can't get away with it. Mr. Wheeler, you can't get away with it. I asked you a specific question.
To build a house?
Yeah. Have you and the president? Have you guys talked about that to us?
Yes.
You did?
So what I heard, the president used his own money to build houses. And guess what?
Where did you hear that from?
If the president, from the people close to the president.
Okay. All right.
My comment to everybody else. If the president did not use his own money to build houses, if he used the money of Liberian people, that house would be taken for him and let him go to prison.
Okay.
Because in Liberia, we must start somewhere.
Mr. Wheeler, the president built a house. The president built a house going to almost 3-4 years. When was the last time you guys have a serious?
Yeah, but it can still be investigated.
I understand that, but when was the last time you guys have a serious conversation? But here we are. We saying to our leader, we saying to our strong senator to say take responsibility. When was the last time many of you come out to ask the president to take responsibility? Mr. Wheeler, please let's meet on LPR and then this can be discussed more. A lot of people calling.
Thank you very much, Mr. Do, for having me. I appreciate the time.
All right. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Hello, my name is Angela Shetty.
Yeah, can you please get out of the noisy area because it's getting to be too much noise here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but noise is still in your background. See?
I'm walking away from that.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. My name is Angela Shetty, and I call from Indianapolis, Indiana, USA. Okay, I'm not a supporter of anybody in the country, but I believe in transparency. So, for the issue discussing right now, our Honorable Senator Darius Dillon, he said he went to speak to somebody in the business session. So that's how he posted the picture on Facebook. But then Ronald Sear from Front Africa went through it.
We know all that, and that's why we're asking the senator to take responsibility. Why if the senator was to go on the air tomorrow and take responsibility, what would you feel? What would your feeling be?
Big brother, to be honest, if it is good. We know we all make mistake. If such thing happen, if he take responsibility, he get more morale, and we're gonna know what he's stand for. Because
Okay.
this is the kind of person we're looking for.
Yeah, and that's who he
Because
is.
we all can fall short. But if you fall short, that mean that you have not a lot of good thing to do up front. You got a lot of good thing to do. So the one mistake and not stop you doing the good stuff that you already want to do for your people.
Okay. All right.
But this is life. The senator gotta know this is life.
Okay.
He's
All right.
happy and move on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, what's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind?
Hi, Mr. So. How are you? This is Evangeline, and I'm
you.
calling from the state of Iowa.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. You know, the CDC have the audacity to be calling somebody lie. We wake up every day is lie. We go to sleep with them lying to us. Ever since they started this government 2017, so lies they be on. If you see we are fighting somebody, either they disagree with him with something or they exposing, you'll never one day walk like the I think more recently there's a video going around when the presidential, I know the assistant presidential minister, bought this car. You call your government pro government. Send your team on your steady 24 hours, and I'm not giving what they call him, Mr. Dillon, Senator Dillon, or pass, or when he lie about something we have to check into. But let get on real things. That issue that affecting our country, not petty stuff like that. They're just mad and salty because we are Dillon won them so terrible. They brought about 2 people and Liberian people turn against them. And if they keep on the petty story, on the petty things and not hitting the real issue, that's how they will lose in 2023 if they're not careful. Because they're not talking about things that really people are concerned about, like people being killed. Well, let's talk about the 4 auditors. What you say about that? The 3 boys are missing. What you say about that? The 25 million map out exercise, so-called exercise, just because what they call him, to say yes, he rode playing with his own money. How his own money? For his own personal power farm. This is our money. So nobody is perfect in our country there. So you leave Dillon alone. Yeah, let's talk about better things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, the sister said, you heard it. Y'all leave Dillon alone. You're not talking about better thing. So, but anyhow, folks, give me a call. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Mr. So is on resting on vacation here, and then he'll be back here by Wednesday, of course. So we're here tonight. Give us a call. Samson told LeBron Public. Mr. George, Imo George, I've not seen you here tonight. Could you please come and disagree with me? And let's see what we have here. Mr. Imo George, if you're listening, give us a call. And of course, you're going to disagree with us anyway. But folks, give me a call here, and then give us a call here, and tell us what you agree with and what you don't agree with. We're just saying here tonight that the senator, for me, my suggestion still remains the same, that the senator should take responsibility of this thing and move on. The buck starts with him; it goes nowhere else. I'm afraid that people like Key Hassan is waiting tomorrow. If the senator they don't knock that out of Key Hassan waiting car, it's gonna be difficult moving on. Yep, Mr. George. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, from good evening, sir. How you doing? You're from the liberal side, and you will say what you can say. But let me say this. The last time I said it, I said the best thing that Dillon can do is to come out and just say, I'm sorry to support us. That's the best thing he can say. But yes, the thing is, Robert Dillon did not commit a crime.
Right.
He worked as a senator. He gets paid. And if he wants to ride a first class, I don't have with it. There's no problem I have with anybody who works, earn the money how they want to use it as a business. But there's something they call perception.
Mm-hmm.
Being deceptive. And they're not being deceptive in this case. He bought a ticket. Maybe from Monrovia to Accra, Christmas, maybe he bought regular glass ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he got to Ghana and there was an opportunity to upgrade to first class. And if he can afford it, no problem. There's no problem with that. It's not a crime.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do so, and people ask you the question, straightforward, yes, I got to Ghana, I upgraded my ticket to first class. Period. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will question you again. If someone can say, oh, he said that, no. He worked for his money, he can afford it, he did it. But when you start giving these small excuses, then the next question that comes to someone out mind, what if the D1 can hire you be truthful? If you can lie about a small thing, then have to go when the D1 comes. So that's why I say he was deceptive, he was not forthcoming. He should have said it upright. This conversation would not be going around. And the second I want to say, the people need some advisors. Because the way some people behave, I don't know. Who asked you to put your ticket on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Who did ask you? And you are telling them, you know what, I uploaded my ticket? That's wrong, I've been finished. But you want to put the ticket on the proof to put that what they saying was 100% was lying. Now, the young man went, took the normal traces, and found out that you flew first class. So you see that now? You put yourself in a position that you got a whole lot of explanation to do now. But I think if so many people got advice from who would say, oh no, you can't say this one, okay, you did, yeah, say this way. I don't think he would be in the position. But the thing is, everybody in Liberia now, they know everything. And nobody can touch them. They are the darling of the people. So even when they do wrong, the people will not say anything. But hey, for someone else, that's a mistake you're making. Because someone, if you does wrong, we'll call it. If the government does wrong, we'll call it. That's why I said the other night, the teachers cannot talk about this issue. There should not be a people. They got no more on this issue to address, to talk about it to deal. Because when the president took power in 6 months, he paid for the 9 condominium. They did not ask him where he got the money from. Up to today. The husband announced it, they said, for his son. What happened? The son said, they said, no, enough for his son, he paid this time. Smith were off the air for some time. He had to walk back in. They didn't ask him to resign because of that. They didn't ask him to tell them where he got the money from. No. They don't ask your own people. So then how can you come to question them? That's being hypocritical. Leave the outside of the people, some of us don't question them. Because you people don't question your own, but you want to question somebody else's. That's not being honest. Sedition are not being honest. Talking about the board, talking about they will go to the airport to prevent them and return the money. Well, have you gone to Akaya Gray? Have you gone to Abu Kamara? Have you gone to Thomas Fala to tell them to send the money back? If you get a question your own people, then what is the moral ground you got to question Senator Dillon? Did you see? Seditions. You got no moral ground because if you are going to question Moses Akara Gray to send the $15,000 back, some of us send it back, Abu Kamara send the money back, then you got ground now, you got place to question Dillon. But you leave the people, then you jump on down Dillon. No. We are seeing some of our things. Some of the ones supposed to question down Dillon. for that physician to come question him on that on 15,000 or air ticket. No. If you want to do it, start off with your own people. That is why some of us are questioning Darrell Dillon, urging him to come to apologize to the public because he has set a bar. And if you set a bar, the height of that bar, that's channel that you got to live with it. There's no room for error on you, Senator Dillon part, and his supporter, your nothing. Senator Dillon, the room for error is very narrow for him because the way he has set that bar. So every little thing you do, every little step you take, you must be careful, Senator Dillon. Because if not so, every time you come to Facebook, you go to station to explain yourself, which is not good for you.
Right. Okay.
You got 9 years. If you think the 9 years is so long that you want to go do so you can do anything and nobody will approach, then I'm sorry for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry for you. So let me just say this. Dillon, tomorrow you've done a phone network. And I don't have the number, but if I had a number, but I will just throw the question out to you so when you go there, maybe tomorrow somebody will ask you and answer that question. I want to know from Senator Dillon. Did you see that 30,000 line in the budget? And if you saw it, when was it put there? And what did he do when he came across it as a senator? Did he participate to vote for that amount to pass as benefit for legislature engagement? Did you vote for that? I want to know from Senator Dillon. So those who listening, somebody can ask him this question for me. Because maybe I don't have this Spoon TV net number, but I want to ask him this question. Let him answer those questions. When did he get to know that money was in the budget? Did he see it? And if he did, what did he do?
All right.
And
Okay.
finally, he did not break that news. It was in the Nukwe that posted that before he didn't came to confirm it. So these are questions I want you later to think on it.
Well, Mr. Judge, I told you that already. You know, if you're a good player, anybody that score, they usually contribute whatever it is that the ball originated from you. So if that other one part is not there, that far right, I mean, center right position. So we know that.
So you don't want me? You don't want me to that? You say Mr. So resting, but Mr. So resting, I'm here. So you don't want to answer that? You can't tell that one. That part time. You see that? You think you're gonna get a pass?
No, he's gonna go on Spoon TV tomorrow. They're gonna have a conversation. But I just want him to do the best he can to knock, because I know Key Hassan has all of the talking point from all over the world.
Don't even talk about Key Hassan. This is the same people are talking about. When Key Hassan cannot call his own people to return the money,
you heard Key Hassan this evening, Ice King, the ANC to suspend Yega Koluba and things like that. And when the Ice King, will you suspend? Will you ice whoever, you know, the other side? He won't commit to those things. So but what I'm saying is the senator should do all he can to disarm Key Hassan tomorrow, because there'll be a lot of people that are watching. There'll be a lot of people that most of his supporters are going to go and watch that tomorrow. So if he can do whatever he can to disarm Key Hassan talking point, that would be very helpful. That would be very helpful. But thank you, Mr. Josh.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Let me tell you. Let me close on this word. Tell your senator tomorrow he should control his temper, because Keith will get on his skin.
Oh, Senator, they don't know who Keith is. Senator, they don't
know. I have seen before.
Yeah, so, well, Senator, they don't know. He knows that people are watching. He knows. You know that people are watching. So he's not gonna let people like Key Hassan, like what Key Hassan did to Ben Sevin tonight. It was terrible. Ben Sevin tried to make his point. Key Hassan keep interrupting until Ben Sevin went off. But Key Hassan got what he wanted. to knock Ben Senvi off of his position. But the senator is very smart. Senator Dillon is very smart. He's not going to let people like Key Hassan, who is just like Sam Sinto, try to knock him off of his rightful position tomorrow. He's smart to that. But anyway, thank you, Mr. George. We appreciate it.
Then you have a good night.
Okay. Again, folks, there's somebody that was calling here earlier while Mr. George were on. Give me a call, and you will be the last caller, so we can close this thing here and try to. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
My name is Dennis Kake. I'm calling from Fargo, North Dakota.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
You will be the last caller now. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's on your mind, sir?
Okay. Thank you. There is nothing much to say because all the other people have said almost what I wanted to say.
Okay.
I am a supporter of Senator Darius Dillon, that he can say anything that he wants to say, but as a light, as we know him to be, he got to be truthful on everything he says. Because when we are ready to talk about him, along with other people who are supporting the other side, then we will know what to say because we are his supporter.
Right.
But as a light that we know him to be, when he's not truthful, then he shut our mouths to talk.
Right.
Even though there is no civilization that has the moral ground to come and talk about integrity here. I remember once when I was going to Liberia, I paid for the economy class. But when I reached to, Brussels, the people changed my seat to the business class without me paying a dime because I didn't request it. I don't know why they changed that. So I left from the economy class to the business class to Liberia. So if this happens, and even this man has to upgrade his seat, and somebody asks him question, it is his personal money that he's using. It is not the government money because he did not go on a government trip. He went on a personal trip, even though for Monserrato. So even if he happened to fly the most expensive seat, he should have just told the people, yes, I did it because I didn't use the government money. It was my money. When they talk about Samuel Tour went on the official trip. So he used the government money. So we cannot compare this issue with Senator Darius Dillon's issue. Because he came on a private jet. So every money he used was for himself. But you have to be truthful to say that. Thank you very much for taking me.
Thank you. I think it's an excellent, very excellent point here because Senator Dillon is on a private visit, and Samuel Tour was on government. So Senator Tour, Minister Tour, it's not believable anyway because government sent you, and you want to tell me you will upgrade your ticket, use your own money on a government trip. I find that laughable. But anyway, folks, somebody was calling here. Let me see if I can call that person back because I want to make sure everyone has a point of view on here. Let me call this person back and see if they will. No, we're not trying to make Key Hassan relevant here. Samson told Labron Public, did you call earlier?
Well, yeah, Mr. Toll, how are you? This is Sam. How are you?
Oh, thank you. I just thought I'd call you back because I've seen this number. And no, you'll be the last caller now. Go ahead and make your point. What's your name? Where you're calling from, you say?
This is Sam Jackson. I'm calling from Massachusetts.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening. How you doing?
Good.
Okay.
I know that. Yeah, sometimes I like to be mute over this because this whole story is not yet clear to me because this is one side of the story given, by front page. And I feel that people need to go deeper, and hear from Dillon before we just make our final judgment. We don't know what he has to say tomorrow, whether he has anything to offer besides what they found out. But sometimes things happen, while people in transit. I will give you my example. I will give you one.
I flew from Sacramento, to San Francisco. I took it, took American Airlines, and we came to St. Louis. When we got to St. Louis, I had to change now, to board another flight. So I put my ticket, and because of my name, people get excited, thinking that I was, Samuel P. Jackson.
Right.
And you won't believe it. At that time, if you can remember, 1999, when everybody was group, when Jesse Jackson was, advocating to free, the hostages from Kosovo.
Right.
So nobody, they didn't see the ticket until when we start boarding, and then they saw, oh, Samuel Jackson on the plane, and everybody got excited. Only to find out that Samuel Jackson taking his over, his over night there, taking, to the economic class, and the woman said, no, you have to sit with us. So I stayed in business class from St. Louis, to Massachusetts. You won't believe it. Yeah. And then it happened again. 2012, we were leaving from here to Liberia. It was in December. I can say on Christmas. We got to Brussels. When we got to Brussels, when we boarded the plane, no knew that they have these military people. They're the one who were building, trying to disarm people, in during early Johnson time.
Right.
And I went to use the restroom right in front, between the business class, the economic class, where they have the bathroom. And we all make a line. And while we're in the line, not knowing that one of the ex-military officers had been in Liberia for long. So here myself, I put to make friends who were joking. And he said he's a Liberian. I said, oh, I'm more Liberian than you. And then we started talking. And you won't believe it. The plane was packed in the economic class. The business class was not too many people there. So he said, oh, come sit down with me. Let's talk for Liberia business. I said, no, I'm not part of it. And he said, no, come sit with me. And you won't believe it. I sat with that guy. He told the people, said, my friend. I sat with him from all the way from Brussels to Freetown, from Freetown to Liberia,
Wow.
And you won't believe it. We exchanged. He said, look, me and myself, we have to take a drink. He took my number. I said, when I get, he gave me his number. He said, when I get, give me a call. In fact, he told me, he said, do you know Brian Samuka? I said, look, Brian Samuka and myself was a classmate, so if you go ask him, you won't believe it. That was the first day the guy came to come look for me, put me in his car, and we went to Palm Spring Hotel that night,
Wow.
So certain things happened. I became mute. I said, I don't want to say anything because I want to know how they don't got to that business class. So it's yet to be told. Sometimes we don't know, but I want to hear from him before I make my judgment.
Okay.
But man, the thing I'm little bit, annoying with is that when something happens, people want for the people in the house alone to, to change the law. Look, the issue of the $15,000 is not the only one that can change it. Civil society, other organizations can go, and demonstrate and appeal.
Mm-hmm.
For them to instruct $30,000 each, to allocate it to themselves is a crime by itself. People say it's not a crime. I assume that you make me a budget director and I decide to, and half my salary within the budget, and you find out it's a crime. And the Liberian people have not been able to talk all these things if they don't took it. But if we are knowing about it, this is the time that the people in Liberia need to take an action. They don't need to wait for people from here to say they will demonstrate before they do something. This is the time to me is to make sure that anybody who put things in the budget not to allocate for themselves is a crime, people will start taking heed to it. So this whole exercise is good for people to start looking at the budget now to see what is going on wrong rather than with only one person accountable, because they won't be able to solve everything.
Okay.
I yield to my time and let me listen to other people too.
Well,
Have a great day and thank you.
Thank you very much, but you're the last caller anyway, so thank you very much. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you. Good night, folks. All right, again, folks, Samson told LeBron Public Radio. We're here basically trying to. We know Senator Dillon is going to be going on Spawn TV tomorrow. Nobody's trying to make Key Hassan a hero. But Key Hassan, all his CDC talking point he has, and he already compiled those. And I'm just saying that Senator Dillon should just go over there and try his best to disarm, intellectually disarm Kia San, because once that is done, and I'm sure Willie Spoon himself, I'm sure he will also protect Dallas Dillon intellectually. Now, that Dallas Dillon will not be ridiculed by Kia San, CDC talking point, and also Ben Senvi, not so much of trying to protect Dallas Dillon, because Dallas Dillon does not need anybody to protect him. He can speak for himself, and he does that real well. So there's no question about his ability to render Kia San non-existent, if I may say so. Not literally, not, but I mean, you know. So if Kia San, his sedition buddies are trying to exchange note tonight, be ready, because the senator has the ability to dislodge you, Mr. Hassan, from your talking point. But I think the senator would do better if he just come out and without explaining to nobody, but take responsibility of it and make the people to know, I'm not here to discuss this. I got serious issue in Liberia. We got COVID issue in Liberia. I'm a senator representing large constituencies in Liberia, and I want to make sure people help. I'm trying to build my library. So if those are the kinds of things that I want to talk about, if you have no interest in those things, then the point of me being invited is muted, because I've already taken responsibility. I don't need to re-air this thing. I don't need to relitigate this thing. I have other important things to go on. And then let's see what CDC people will say. These are the same people that are quiet on Abu Kamara right now. What are they going to tell us that is 2023? Finito. Goodbye, CDC. CDC, good night to you. 2023, your business is over. It's over. I can't believe I said that. Your business is over. Samson, so folks, let me get out of here before I get in trouble with my supervisor, my boss here this afternoon. Okay? Yeah, well, I'm not going that far. But anyhow, thank you guys. Thank you very much. We'll say good night to all of you, and let's all tune into. I know Spoon gonna be packed tomorrow. The audience that Spoon gonna get tomorrow. I'm not trying to publicize, but let's go over there and let's see, because Spoon is gonna be packed tomorrow. To be honest with you, but I might think of the kinds of chilinking that Kia San was displaying tonight with my own brother Ben Sevi. I thought it was way below the belt. There was no reason to push Ben Sevi to that point, but they know each other. They know each other. And they know exactly what they're doing to each other. So, it's over. My goodness, folks. Samson told LeBron Public. I want to thank all of you again and say good night to all. Good night, folks.
bageka mega galame galaga mi dagana enwa na wogata kwe dagana wogatu wogata kwe kanjemi amaya koreto na wogata kwe kanjemi o galaga pila wogata kwe dagana enwa na wogata kwe ewe enwa wogata kwe. Dagana yo, no gata kwe. Nema daga pa yo welai. Mera mata daga kwa. Begwe kwa jana kwa vida. Dakwe akwenye dwamani. Begwe kwa jana kwa rela. Dakwe akwenye dwamapana. Kungwe prenga kwa jana kwa rajubu. Benga dwa wana Africa ewe dagana enwa na enwa dagana enwa na ugata kwe dipa ugata kwe dada benga do wama rambe ya modia mai mugwa yeba gupela yeba gupobeto yeba guluningai yeba gupobebu Dagan